All right, my dears, let's take a look at what we got going on today. So today we're going to be working on labeling number lines, okay? And the first thing to do before you start writing on your number line at all is just kind of figure out what is going on with the number line, right? So pick a color here, and I'm going to come over to the number line, and I notice that this line right here, is 0.8 or 0 and 8 tenths. This is 0 and 9 tenths. What would this one be? Could you label that one? And so since this is 9 tenths, this is 8 tenths, this would be 7 tenths. This would be 6 tenths. This would be 5 tenths. So that's the first thing you do, is you just kind of try and orientate yourself to what's going on the number line, and go ahead and label it. Now, it's asking us for this question mark right here. What is the question mark? As in, what number on the number line represents where this question mark is? And to do that, I think what we need to do is really zoom in on this part of the number line. Okay, so you're looking at this and you're like thinking, there's 8 tenths and there's 9 tenths and there's nothing in between those two. And that's okay, because, you know, this is a new concept for us. But really remember, like I told you, if you have 8 tenths, oh gosh, let's just dismiss all of these. If you have 8 tenths, what you really have also is 80 hundredths. Remember, you could put zeros all day long if you wanted to. And the same for this. You have 0 and 9 tenths, but you also have 0 and 90 hundredths. Now that you see it this way, you could probably figure out what is halfway in between, because that's what this mark is, halfway in between. You know what's halfway in between 80 and 90. So when looking at these, remember, you need to use those zeros that you are free to add at the end of a decimal, because that will probably help you solve your problem. Okay, awesome. Let's take a look at another one. Come on over here to El Workbook. That's Spanish for workbook, guys. All right, let's take a look at this one. El Workbook. Doesn't that sound so exotic and amazing? And just like last time, we really need to enlarge this. Okay, ooh, wow, this one's a little more difficult. I can see a lot more going on here. But again, remember what this is. How do you read this decimal? 0 and 8 tenths, which is also equal to 0 and 80 hundredths. And the same over here. This is 0 and 90 hundredths. Now, if you don't remember, whenever you see a number line, the first thing you need to do is turn it basically into a fraction bar. So you need to just make this into a bar. Now it's going to be a lot easier to tell how many are in between. And how many is that? So this is just a fraction bar now. Just like if I was holding a stick, a fraction stick. Now I can go through and count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, makes perfect sense. So once again, this is 0 and 80 hundredths. What would the next one be? If there's 10 in between this and this. And I bet you can label that. And that's on your lab sheet. And I know you can do it. You're a rock star. You, there, you with the white shoes on. You know who you are. All right, excellent work. Keep it up.